Happy New Year, Happy New Year, Happy New Year. Hope everyone's having a great new year. Hope everyone enjoyed the vacation time off. Hope everyone enjoyed everything about what's getting ready to happen this year for you. Hope you got the gifts that you wanted. If you didn't, don't worry about it. You're still here. You should be glad that you're still here. Don't worry about that part right there. So I welcome everyone. Just give me a few minutes for people to come in right quick. As you see on the screen, I'm saying Happy New Year. But what's going on? Question marks. I have questions. Question marks. I have questions, y'all. There's a lot going on in this world right now. Right now. The new year came in. It's sad. I just put it that way. It's sad. It is sad. And if you're in the chat, let me know that you're in here. Let me know if you can hear me. Just let me know if you can hear me and everything. But welcome, everyone coming in, welcome. And welcome to Real Talk Conversations, where a platform has been created to come together, to commune together, and not divide each other. We're starting the year off right. First podcast of the year. And we just thank you everyone for the support from last year. Hope everyone stick around with us this year. But let me know if you can hear me, or if you're having a problem hearing me, just let me know. And we're going to go ahead and get this thing started in a few minutes. But I'm glad to see each and every one of you coming in tonight, this evening. And just thank you right now. And for everyone that's tuning in, welcome. Happy New Year. We're here, and it's a new year. And I'd like to thank each and every one of you all for sticking around with us, like I said a few minutes ago, for sticking around, hanging in there with us, support, all that. But we're going to go ahead and get this started. I'm a little bit under the weather right now, but it's okay. But what I want to say is, what is going on around us? We see all the stuff that is happening right now in this world. What is going on, y'all? What is going on? What is going on? It is something. I'm telling you, it is something. But what is going on? Please, somebody help explain this to me. What's going on? It's sad. It is sad. The way the new year came in, whew, well, I tell you. So I'm just gonna play this right here. Fair use. This is just for educational purpose. Fair use. We're just gonna get right on into this, y'all.
New Year's Day terror attack in New Orleans, the city holding a vigil overnight for the victims as we learn more about the suspect behind the wheel. ABC's Christian Cordero joins us with the latest. Christian, good morning.
Whit, good morning. Among what investigators are looking at right now are videos the suspect posted on social media before the attack, shedding light on a potential timeline of his radicalization. This morning, chilling new details seem to paint a picture of the suspect.
I want to stop right there for a second. Just for a second. You see that truck coming down through there? She could have got hit. She could have got hit. He could have turned the wheel to the right, which if you were sitting in the driver's seat, it would be to the right. She could have got hit. Lord have mercy. It could have. Ooh. This is no joke, y'all. This is no joke.
Mindset in the hours before the New Orleans attack. Sources tell ABC News around 1 a.m. New Year's Day, Shamsuddin Jabbar made multiple videos in that rented pickup truck, saying in one of them, "I wanted to record this message for the family. I wanted you to know that I joined ISIS earlier this year." He spoke in calm tones, sources add, and hinted that he had contemplated harming members of his own family, but wanted to do something bigger that would steer focus to what he called the war between the believers and disbelievers, telling his family, "I don't want you to think I spared you willingly." As investigators pour through the suspect's physical and digital footprints, the FBI also urging any survivors of the attack to come forward if they have not done so already, saying it has received almost 1,000 tips in the first 2 days of its investigation, as it expands resources for those affected by the tragedy. On the streets of the French Quarter, a new construction zone on Bourbon Street, the city installing those new security bollards that were being replaced before the attack, now moving with urgency ahead of the Super Bowl next month. Overnight, a vigil for the 14 lives lost.
She was a caring person. She worked in nursing homes.
Courtney Polk remembers her older cousin, Latasha Polk.
She was always a happy person. The mother, she leaves behind a son.
So far, there is no evidence any of Jabbar's social media videos were flagged to law enforcement before the attack. Now, tomorrow, President Biden and First Lady Jill Biden are scheduled to visit New Orleans to grieve with the community.
Christian Cordero, thank you. And tune into This Week later on this morning. George Stephanopoulos has the latest on the New Orleans attack and the wider terror threat environment with Homeland Security Secretary Alejandro Mayorkas and Representative Michael McCall. Plus,
it's serious out here, y'all. It's real serious out here. Evil takes no days off. It doesn't. It takes no days off. This is not a time to be playing around. This ain't a time to be messing around. This ain't a time to be playing with your life. It's not a time for playing with your life. It's some serious people out here that's going to do some serious damage coming up. For real, for real. And the devil ain't playing. We was talking about it this morning in Sunday school and just letting them know the devil is not playing with nobody. Nobody. You could take him as a joke if you want to. You can play around with him if you want to. He's not playing with you. And he's not going to play with you. He's going to do all the damage he can towards you. And ain't going to think nothing else about it. But he going to do all he can to get you and to destroy you. For real, for real. Sad situation, but it's true. My heart and thoughts and prayers go out to the families. Because can you imagine New Year's? When the new year came in, your loved one was there and got ran over, mauled down, as they say, by this guy. Can you imagine that? That's one reason why I don't go out New Year's. Not saying that can't nothing happen any other time. That's one reason why I don't go out, though. A lot of stuff happens on New Year's Eve. But I don't go out. I stay in and I just do nothing. Watch TV or whatever I'm doing. Because it's really getting dangerous out here. And young people, this is no time for you to be playing around with your life out here doing all this crazy stuff, running around here talking about you on demon time. What do you mean by that? What do you mean you on demon time? What is that? I can give my definition of it, but I need to hear y'all definition of that. What is demon time? What is that to us? Give us some examples of what demon time is to you. Because y'all walk around here calling yourselves demons. What? So you calling yourself a devil? Come on. And some of y'all parents, y'all go right along with them too. It don't make no sense. It really don't make any sense. But it's no joke out here. It's no joke. And we need to pay attention to a lot of stuff that's going on in this world. I know some people don't want to. Some people say, we ain't got to worry about that and all this kind of stuff. But okay. Okay. So we had that. A couple of hours within the New Year's. I think it happened like 3 o'clock in the morning. We had that going on. Then we all heard about this right here. Fair use, y'all. Fair use.
The man from Colorado who blew up a Cybertruck in Las Vegas wrote that he wanted to create a stunt to get the country's attention. This afternoon, investigators revealed more about the explosion that happened on New Year's Day. Now News reporter Jeremy Hohola has been following this story closely all day, and he joins us live in the newsroom now. Jeremy, today we're learning more about the motive.
Yeah, that's right, Mark. From the burned out Cybertruck, investigators were able to recover data from a cell phone. In that cell phone, they say Matthew Livelsberger wrote a couple of letters and kept a journal. To remind you, the explosion of the Cybertruck happened on New Year's Day morning at Trump Hotel in Las Vegas. Matthew Livelsberger, the man behind the blast, was a highly decorated Green Beret who served 5 tours of combat and also suffered with PTSD. He was from Colorado Springs and rented the Cybertruck right here in Denver in the days before the blast. Investigators revealed today the letters in his cell phone refer to some political and some personal grievances. And one of those letters, investigators say he wrote he wanted to get the country's attention through, quote, a stunt. Here's some of what he wrote, read by the undersheriff during a press conference in Las Vegas.
We are the United States of America, the best country, people to ever exist. But right now, we are terminally ill and headed towards collapse. This was not a terrorist attack. It was a wake-up call. Americans only pay attention to spectacles and violence. What better way to get my point across than a stunt with fireworks and explosives? Why did I personally do it now? I need to cleanse my mind of the brothers I've lost and relieve myself of the burden of the lives I took.
The FBI also made it a point to say today Livelsberger held no animosity to President-elect Donald Trump. He was 37 years old and was most recently stationed in Germany as an active member of the military. Investigators also reiterated today he had no direct connection to the suspect who killed 15 people in New Orleans on the same day. Mark, back to you.
Yeah, Jeremy, a lot of new information coming out today. We appreciate the update. Thank you.
Sad. This is sad, y'all. But this is the time we're in. This is the time we're living in right now. We are in these perilous times. We are in these last days. I know we heard about it for years before and all that kind of stuff. You know, living in the last days. But really look at it now. We are in them heavily. I never thought that I'll be at this age seeing this much destruction going on. I never thought that. I never thought I'd be at this age seeing this. Me and my brother LL was talking the other day. We always thought we'd be in our 90s before we start seeing a lot of this stuff, but we are seeing a lot of this stuff now. And it's serious. Young people are leaving here. And I know a lot of y'all don't believe in God, and I got that. That's your choice. That's your opinion. That's whatever. That's you. But one thing about that, you can't say you don't believe in God, but then when someone is unalive, you say they're in heaven. How? I don't get that part. You can't say that. If you don't believe in God, then there's no heaven if you don't believe in God. If you don't believe in God, there's no heaven. But it's funny how you cannot believe in God, but you think it's a hell. You think it's a devil. You think it's a demon. You can't have one without the other. They both exist. But it's your choice. But we always talk about getting these young people. We always talk about we need to do stuff for the young people. We always talk about this stuff. So when I was with Brothers for Life, they're tired of the talk. They want solutions. We need solutions. And some of you are not going to say anything about the young people that's doing a lot of this stuff because you hang with them. You know their parents. So you're not going to say anything about it. That's right. It's only two choices. It's heaven and hell. Them your only option. You don't have to believe in it. I'm gonna leave that up there for a second. But some of you are friends with the parents, so you're not gonna say anything until it runs down into your home. You know, I can play Charleston White, and I know a lot of people don't like Charleston White, but Charleston White said a lot of true stuff that a lot of y'all will get mad because of what he's saying, but he's telling the truth about a lot of stuff. He's telling the truth. I got a video we're gonna play tomorrow on open mic night. I got a video we're gonna play tomorrow. And what I'm gonna ask the question I'm gonna ask is, where's the lie in what he said? And I ain't talking about Charleston White neither. I might go pull a couple of his videos up and see what's going on. Or hit Neil up and see if he got some on standby. But I'm gonna ask the question tomorrow, where's the lie at? It's an older video because I seen it a few years ago. And when I got a new phone, a lot of stuff didn't come over with my new phone, but I ran across it a couple of days ago, and I saved it this time. But what are we gonna do, y'all? All this stuff going on. Let me ask you a question. What you gonna do when it start happening here? Not in New Orleans, not in LA, but when it start happening here. What are you gonna do when it start happening here? How would you react? Yes, I know about prayer. I got that prayer. We cool. We don't got that out the way. We understand that. What are you gonna do after that? Y'all do understand that the Lord will allow the devil to have his way. Yes, God is love, but God will do some stuff too. Don't get it twisted. He will allow some stuff to happen. The sad part we want to say mental health, mental illness to all, but it's the demon has attacked to our new generation. We talked about that some in Sunday school. It's a spirit that's running around here, and it's running rapid, and it's running heavily. Y'all can play with that spirit you want to. I was talking about the portals this morning. I don't know what y'all talk about sometime in church, but we talk about a lot of stuff that goes on in the world too. Not just we in the Bible, but we talk about what goes on in the world too also. Because what goes on in the world also is inside the Bible too. So we was talking about the portals, and we were talking about all this stuff, the spiritual realm. Some of y'all gonna mess around and tap into something, a spiritual realm. You ain't gonna know how to come out that realm because it's gonna consume you and it's gonna take over you. And then next thing you know, it's gonna be some type of spirit that has attached himself to you. And then it's not gonna let you go easily. Something to think about, y'all. I know we're not talking about the drama and all this kind of stuff, and that's fine. That's what you like. Some stuff ain't about no drama. A lot of people always say we need to be woke. We need to be real. Let's be real about some stuff. Well, we're talking about some real stuff. This is real. That drama is just mess. You see how the P. Diddy stuff is starting to die down some. That's just mess. But if that's what you like, that's what you like. But it's some real stuff going on out here. These demons are not playing with us. These demons are not playing with these kids. These demons are not playing with anyone out here. Look at some of the concerts that's going on. Why do you see Satan in the background? Why does it look like a ritual is going on? Why? Why some of these artists quoting scriptures from a demonic satanic book? Why? It's real. It is real in this world of today. In 2025, it is some real stuff going on, and it's deadly and it's harmful. And it is unaliving a whole lot of people. Yes, the devil does not have any power to kill, to unalive you. He does not have any power to unalive you. That's why he give you that's why he attacks you to make you do it to your own self or make somebody else do it to you. I'm just a 56-year-old coming through life and seeing a whole bunch of stuff that is going on in this world. And we're going to keep right on, and we're going to keep right on, and we're going to keep right on until we really see the devil show his ugly face. And then you're going to be wondering what's going on. It's been going on. But when are we going to start paying attention to it? Oh, we just still want to party. I got that, that's what you want to do. That's fine. You want to have a good time. That's fine. Because I like to have a good time. I mean, I don't go out to no club or nothing like that. I like to have a good time, stuff like that. I like to laugh and joke, be with my family and my kids and stuff and just enjoy. But at the same time, I see what's going on around me and around us. Me and my son talk about it all the time. Me and my brother LL talk about it all the time. Me and my brother Lee talk about it all the time. Me and my brother Tim talk about it all the time. And some of this stuff that's happening right now. If you was in some of our conversation, we talked about it about 4 or 5 years ago. And we ain't no prophet. We just pay attention to what's going on in this world. You don't have to be a prophet to know what's going on in this world. Just pay attention. And you will see. Brother, we are connected today. I was getting ready to say that it enter our kids through music. Yeah. A lot of stuff because kids learn a lot of stuff through music. We learn a lot of stuff through music. Just like when they used to do the ABCs in school, they didn't just say A and B and C and D. They had a melody to it, like A, B, C, D, E, F, G. It had a melody because you can learn through that melody. You learn through that right there. And it's the same thing with the music of today. We learn through that. And the vibrations and the waves of the sound, it captures the mind and everything. But the sad thing about a lot of this stuff is that a lot of children know a lot of rap music, but don't know a lot of the classroom music. Classroom work. They know who Drake and all them are. But you ask something about history, and plenty of people are talking about, well, they trying to erase our history out of our history book. That's where we come in at, where we teach our own kids the history. If they're taking out the books, then what? What you gonna do? If we don't educate them ourselves on a lot of stuff, what you gonna do? Parents, stop trying to be friends with your children because they're not your friend. They are your children. God said you are the parent. They're your children, not your friend. And you wonder why they treat you a certain way is because you treat them like a friend and not no child that you are the parent to. But to get back to what I asked earlier, what are we gonna do when all these attacks and stuff start happening around here? Because see, a lot of y'all don't think this stuff can happen here. Not too far from here, a lot of stuff can happen. I'm not speaking nothing negative. A lot of stuff can happen right here in Charlotte. A lot of stuff can happen right here in Monroe, Matthews, Rockingham, Wadesboro, Morven, Liesville, Ansonville, Polkton, Peachland, McFarland. A lot of stuff can happen right around here, especially in these little rural towns. A lot of stuff can happen. Keep thinking that it can't. You don't know who's here. You don't know. Hey, April, how you doing? Man, hey, Miss Maddie, how you doing? You don't know. You don't know. You don't know. You don't know. We keep playing around, messing around up here. Look at how the world has changed. The technology has changed. Look at it. Look at this stuff that's going on. I was expressing to the kids that this world is not a game. You cannot match the reset button and start over. You can't. Once you're unalive, that's it. Once they close that lid, that's it. Once they do all this stuff, that's it. Once they put you and lay you inside that casket and cut up the back of your suit or your dress and put you in there all nice and neat and close the lid and give you this wonderful service and all this kind of stuff, and they close the lid and put you in that ground, that's it. Unless you get cremated, but that's it. It's nothing exciting about that. But our children are crying out. And I still remember what my big brother, Minister Curtis Everett Gatewood, always says when we had the men event that time. And people were like, the children are the future. And he said, no, the children are now. Children are the future. They are now. I know that sounds good because they say stuff like that, and that do sound good, but the children are now. Because if we don't get them now, we ain't gonna have no children in the future. Some of them gonna be either in a nursing home, some of them gonna either be locked up, some are gonna be either unalived. So we got to get them now. Got to get them now. April said, I told Liam it's a sad world now with everything happening. Yes, it is. Tell Liam I said, what's up? Yes, it is. It's a sad world. It's a sad world. But what does most people care about? They don't care. They want to party. I partied in my days. Yes, I did. But when I look at my days and compare it to these days and these times, it was totally different. Even when we got in fights back then, I got in some fights myself. Won some, lost some. That's just how it is. But even back then, we got in fights. It was fight. It was fights. We fought with these right here, not these. See, now if you get in a fight now, you win. It's the person themselves to come back and try to unalive you. And most of the time when we got in fights back then, a few days later, or maybe a couple of weeks and stuff, we back talking and all that kind of stuff. And most of us have become best friends with somebody we got in a fight with. But I've watched some of these videos on TikTok. I've watched some of these videos on Instagram, and even some of them that they don't ban on Facebook. But it's funny how the social media let certain stuff pass, but when you talk about certain stuff, they take it off. But I know the setup. That's the setup. But I watch this stuff and I watch it so we can talk about it at church. That's why I watch it. I watch it so we can talk about it at church. Because we do have young people at the church. And I'm glad that they interact because they let us know a lot of stuff that goes inside of the school that we don't know nothing about. School is not a daycare. They're supposed to go there to learn. Not go there and fight and bully and all this kind of stuff. And I seen how the little boy got bullied and got jumped on. And I'm telling you, boy, it's some sad times. And I'm gonna be honest with you. And I see why a lot of people don't want to have children. They don't even want to bring them up in this type of environment of this world. They don't. You can argue with that if you want to. They do not want to bring them up in this environment that's going on right now. Why a lot of people are not having children? It's just so much happening, y'all. Till your heart would cry out for them. so much happening. I'm telling you, y'all. It may get worse. A lot of times stuff get worse before it get better. We know how they go. A lot of times stuff get worse before it get better. Seriously. That's just a known fact. Just a known fact. I'm gonna read this right here. This is talking about in the last days, y'all. Last days. Godliness in the last days. But understand this, that in the last day there will come times of difficulty. For people will be lovers of self, lovers of money, proud, arrogant, abusive, disobedience to their parents. How many of y'all see kids like that of today? Disobedient to their parents, ungrateful, unholy, heartless, unappeasable, slanderous, without self-control, brutal, not loving good. We see that. Without self-control, they're brutal, not loving good. We see all that's going on right now. And I know y'all see it. If I see it, I know some of y'all see it. Treacherous, reckless, swollen with conceit, lovers of pleasure rather than lovers of God, having the appearance of godliness, but denying its power. And the Bible said, avoid such people. It said, avoid them. He said, avoid those. But you see that in the last days. He said, but understand this, that in the last day there will come times of difficulty. We are in them times. We are in them times right now. You think I'm joking? Look around. You think I'm playing? Look around. The last time you went to church, let me ask this question. Last time you went to church, when was the last time you heard about salvation, repentance, and forgiveness? When was the last time you heard that? Just asking the question. Just asking the question. Then not only that, on New Year's, what happened was there was a mass shooting in New York, Queens, New York, I think. It's something I should say all the time. Oh, we don't care. We don't care until it's here. We don't care until it's in our back door. We don't care until it don't came through the front door and sit down in the living room on that nice furniture that you may have. Then we start to care. And we talked about in troubled times. We're in some troubling times. You know, it's sad when tragedy hits for the people to want to come together and start to pray and start watching over each other. That's sad. You know, just like 9/11. When 9/11 hit, like the whole world came together. It's like the whole world came together when 9/11 hit. That's what we doing now, waiting the tragedy to hit. Good evening. I'm just getting in. Happy New Year, everyone. Happy New Year. Happy New Year, Miss Yvonne. Happy New Year. Why? And I see everyone coming in. I appreciate it. It's your first time here. Welcome to Real Talk Conversations. Welcome. A platform has been created to come together, to commune together, not divide each other. There's too much division going on already in this world. Jordan, what's happening, man? It's too much going on in this world. It's too much going on in this world, and our young people are paying the price for this. What's going on in this world? Our young people are leaving here in numbers, record numbers. There's a lot of stuff that's going on that we don't even know anything about. We don't know nothing about, but it's happening right now. You know, I listen to other channels and everything, and I'm glad a lot of them are talking about the Bible. They'll open the Bible up and discussing it and everything and breaking it down. You know, I listen to them. You know, matter of fact, one of the brothers in here right now. What's going on, brother? I listen. I like Jordan. I like Jordan. Jordan, what's going on, man? I like Jordan. But you know, it's some serious stuff going on in this world, y'all. It's some real serious stuff going on in this world, and the young people are paying for it, and a lot of people that's my age or even older are paying for it too. These portals are being opened. These rituals are being done. People trying to tap into that spiritual realm. Okay, careful, careful, careful. That's all I'm gonna say. Careful, careful trying to tap into those spiritual realms because you don't know what you're tapping into. Oh, the devil is very crafty. He can make it look like it's coming from God and it's coming from him. It is deadly out here. It is deadly out here. I believe in the Lord. Whatever you believe, if you don't, that's you, but I do. And I know some people say, well, you know, man, God ain't real. When you die, you dead. Okay, that's what you think. That's what you think. I'm just gonna let you go what you think. I'm not gonna sit here and argue with you about none of that kind of stuff. But ain't it funny when people like that say stuff like that, but they want you to pray for them when something go wrong? April said we had a lady in Mooresville to go to Random Marion for a test drive, and she got the keys and stabbed the salesman a few weeks ago. I seen that on the news. And see, this right in Mooresville. That's not far. That's not far at all. It's about an hour from me. And I watched that on the news. I said, Lord have mercy, you can't even go on a test drive. There's some serious stuff going on. Serious stuff. You know, and I know people don't like to hear about the sad stuff that's going on. They don't like to look at the news. And, you know, I would advise you to look at the news sometime. I advise you to pay attention to some of this stuff. What you gonna do when it hits your home? Well, let me take it back. What you gonna do when it hits your town or your city or your community? I ain't gonna say your home, your town, city, or your community. What you gonna do? It's a lot of people, even in my community, in my town, and everything. We're trying to do all we can. They're trying to put stuff together to help the young people, but you got to support them. You can't just sit here and say, hey, you know, because it ain't your favorite leader, or it ain't your favorite pastor, or your favorite moray, or it ain't your favorite leader, or it ain't your mom and daddy, or somebody that you like. If somebody's trying to help the community, help them. That's one of the problems now, because it ain't somebody that you like, but they're trying to help the community. They're trying to help the young people. They're trying to stop all this homeless stuff. They're trying to stop a lot of these unaliving people. They're trying to feed the people. They're trying to shelter some of these people. But because you don't like them, that's why you go on by your business. I want to see the news. It might be next door to me. Yeah, that's right. That's right. Stuff can be happening right in your neighborhood because you don't want to watch the news. You don't know what's going on. And then when somebody said, did you hear what happened right next door to you? No, I didn't. Okay. It's a lot going on. A lot going on, y'all. A lot. Thank y'all for joining. Thank y'all for coming in. And thank you for the comments. Y'all can share some comment, your thoughts. It's free. Let's talk, y'all. Let's talk. We can do this. Let's talk. Share your comments, share your thoughts. My son used to be on with me, but he's relaxing and everything. You know, it's been rough last year. It's been rough last year. Because many of y'all know my son has sickle cell. So in the wintertime is not their friends. And so he been in and out of the hospital, and I thank everybody for the prayers and everything, because those prayers help. Those prayers help. If you know anyone dealing with sickle cell, it's no joke this time of the year. It's no joke. They stay inside more than they be going places. They go places in the wintertime if they have to, but if they don't have to, they mostly stay in. So they won't get sick or nothing like that, because it's very easy for them to catch something. But my son, he's a strong little fella. That's the way. That's the way. I'm glad that God has created him to be. A lot of times I gain strength from him. Just watching how he pushed through. And we sit here and cry about the simple stuff, and he fight for his life every day. Now, preacher talked about perilous times this morning. See, it's a lot of people talking about end times right now. End times right now. We're talking about it. I ain't no Bible scholar. I'm learning a whole lot of stuff. Just sitting back listening, and I take notes, and when they put stuff or post stuff, I'm looking and I'm listening, because if you get to a place where you think you know it all, then you're already in trouble, because no one knows it all. And we're living those times. Yep. Thank you. We appreciate all that. All the prayers. But just think about it, y'all. I showed earlier, everyone just coming in, I showed earlier about what happened in New Orleans and what happened out there in at the Trump apartment. That's my son. He probably got that eating like crazy. The Cybertruck exploded and everything. We just see what's going on. It could have been worse down there in New Orleans. It could have been worse, y'all. It could have been worse. All them people, it could have been worse. If you ain't never been to New Orleans, I've been on Bourbon Street. I've been to New Orleans before. It be some people on that street. It could have been worse. Lord have mercy, it could have been. Especially the young lady she could have got hit. She almost got hit. She could have got hit. Well, I tell you, no one knows it all. No one does. That's why I listen. That's why when y'all say certain stuff in here, or sometimes when people jump on, I listen. I listen to what people say. I listen, and I take it to heart too, because I don't know, it could be helping me throughout the week. He said, folks are going to wish they could get to the church. It's going to be a rough year, and we need God in order to make it. Yeah. It's going to be a rough year. It's already starting out on the flip side of the evilness that's going on. Of the evilness that's going on. It's just no joke out here. I'm telling you, y'all, it's no joke out here. If you ain't never been out there like that, then I would advise you to stay in. If you know been out there in there like that. But it is rough out there. And I'm gonna share that scripture again. I'm going to share it again and everything. Let me pull it up one more time. But understand this. This is in 2 Timothy 3. Godliness in the last days. But understand this, that in the last days there will come times of difficulty. For people will be lovers of self, lovers of money, proud, arrogant, abusive, disobedient to their parents, ungrateful, unholy. Y'all see all that? Unappeasable, slanderous, without self-control, brutal, not loving good, treacherous, reckless, swollen with conceit, lovers of pleasure rather than lovers of God, having the appearance of godliness, but denying its power. And God said, avoid such people. He said, avoid them. But we hang around. Ain't that something? A little bit in here. Hey, a little bit. Y'all can't call it. I can call it though. But we have to put our trust in God, not man. That's right. That's right. That's right. Or the side. Taxes are 20% on folks who make $24,000 up to $95,000, 1.2 to 3.5% for folks who make in the millions. If we don't need God right now, I don't know who we need then. Your husband, your wife, your kids, grandkids, can't nobody do it like he can. It's so much going on, y'all. So much going on. They prayed up. Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, having a mess with her. But what are we gonna do, fam? What are we gonna do? I see the side conversation said, you're also hearing a lot of more people with cancer now growing up. You didn't hear about it as much. Makes you think, what is in our food and medicine of today? You hear a whole lot about cancer back then. You didn't hear a whole lot about that kind of stuff. What you do now? I sure do need God every minute of my life. Every minute, y'all. Every minute, every second. Every second, every minute, every hour. Every day. Every week. Every month. Every year. We need him. We need him. But like I said, I'm gonna pose this question one more time. What are we gonna do when it start happening here? What are we gonna do? Charlotte is not far from here, from me. Charlotte's not far from a lot of people that's here. It's not. Matter of fact, New Orleans is not far from here. It's probably about 12, 13 hour drive. depending on how many times you stop and whatever. Not far from here. Just depending on what side of New Orleans you're going. It's not far. Same thing with Texas. It's not far. And my friend Stan was living. Stan used to drive home from Texas. Till he started flying sometime. It's not far. These big cities are not far. Florida's not far from us. It seemed like that because we drive it, but it's not far. Now, California's on the other hand, it's a long drive, but it's just a 5-hour flight. It's not far. So a lot of stuff can happen. A lot of stuff can happen right in our back door. And even though we don't have all that kind of stuff, we have a whole lot of unaliving going on in Charlotte, North Carolina. And in right here. We must not lose our trust in God, which is all we have. We need to grow our own food like back in the day. Meats just don't taste right anymore. Nope. I remember back in the day, growing up, granddaddy had chickens and stuff like that. And we used to help with the chickens and stuff. We used to help with the pigs and stuff. We used to help with all that stuff. We used to help. We knew what was going on inside those pigs. I ain't saying nobody go out here and run out here and eat no swine. I ain't saying none of that. That's your choice. But we knew what was going inside that pig. And I remember one time, one of my cousins was getting ready to throw something in there, and he said, "Don't you throw that in there and ruin that hog. Don't you do that." When we grew the chickens, we see that it took little baby chicks a while to grow up to be fully grown. We could talk about that all day right there. All day, y'all. I mean, it's something. It's just something. Good evening. Hey, what's happening? Reverend, what's going on? And it's a lot of stuff that's happening. We must start the harvest. We got to start the harvest. That's right. We got to start somewhere. Somewhere. And like I said, there's a lot of events going on trying to help out in the community and help the young people, and help the homeless, and help just some of everyone. They're trying to help, but a lot of times you won't support it. A lot of times you won't. You just sit back and let it go. A lot of times you won't say nothing. You won't come out and nothing like that. We did the live up there at my classmate with the Brothers for Life event. December 21st, we was up there live, and the thing about it, Brandon had just got out of the hospital. He said, "Man, I'm going up here. We're gonna do this." And we did that, and I'm gonna play that. I'm gonna play that on one of these live. I'm gonna play back what we talked about. It ain't no secret because we were live. We was on Facebook and YouTube, so it's not a secret. And I'm gonna let you let them brothers. I want y'all to hear what them brothers were saying. These men. These men talking. We must get these young folks to understand how our former generation of grandparents survived. Looking back at this world as of today, if something would have happened right now, a lot of folks, younger folks, couldn't survive. See, I'm 56, so I grew up when we had the oil lamps, and we had the outhouse, and we didn't have all that stuff. I grew up in that era. These young folks of today couldn't survive that. No internet. We had a pump. We had to go pump our water. No telephone. Hole was in the roof of the house. We had to cut the wood for the heater in the house, as they call it back then, the stoves. See, a lot of people, a lot of young people, y'all don't know nothing about that. Y'all couldn't even survive that right now. Where you had to go cut your own wood to survive. Y'all don't know nothing about that. Kerry said, my children have started. My son in love. He raising chickens. They do the garden. That's right. You know, a lot of people starting to do a whole lot of stuff on their own now. They're starting to grow their own food. They started to raise their own chickens and cows, and they starting to do a whole lot of stuff on their own. That's wonderful. It's wonderful. Because in the next 5 to 10 years, you don't know how this world gonna be. All we gotta do, the only thing we really have is trust in the Lord. And I thank everyone for sharing their comments and stuff. We know appreciate it, because as my son used to say all the time, and you know, I have adapted it myself. You know, you never know who's watching or who may come back later on and just stumble across this live, this video. You never know, and something that you shared or said could help someone. It could. Yes, because it is needed, and they share and are willing to show others. Yes, 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 sir. Living with my grandmother in the country, had to do all of that, all of that. See, they don't know nothing about in the snow. You got to go and cut that wood, or before the winter time comes, you had to cut the wood to be prepared for the winter. They don't know nothing about that. A lot of y'all, only thing they know how to hit that switch inside the house, or mess with that thermostat that's on the wall to turn the heat on or turn the air on. They don't know about them old metal fans and just let the window up. Or they used to say back in the day, hush the window up, put the fan in the window, keep the house cool. They don't know nothing about that. But if I was some of y'all, I learned how to do some of this stuff. Because you see how it happened when the phones line went down that time. People about to lose their everlasting mind. I wonder how many of y'all can right off the top of your head remember somebody's phone number without looking at your phone. I ain't talking about your mom and daddy or your kids. I'm talking about your friends. I wonder, can you still do that now? Remember, we used to have to remember the phone numbers? Them old rotary phones. If you messed up, you had to hang it up and start all over again. Yes, preparation before the storm. Yeah, we had to do all that stuff. All that stuff. I remember when I poured all the water in the pump. Did not do it. The pump we had, you had to prime it. You had to pour water in it. You had to pour the water in it and pump the prime it to get it to come out. But you know what, Red? That was some of the best cold water you ever wanted to drink. Because it had the minerals from the ground that was in it. That was some of the best water, boy. I'm telling you, I go, what? Let me leave that alone. Things said, no, I can't. But yeah, you know, and I thank everyone for tuning in. And I see my niece jumped in here, Morgan. And hey, Morgan, what's going on? Happy New Year. Happy New Year, everyone. Happy New Year, everyone. We showed a lot of stuff, in the beginning. 3 hours after the New Year came in, that's when all that went down in New Orleans. 3 hours. I think it was 3:00 in the morning from what they reported. 3:00 in the morning when all that went down, y'all. New Year wasn't even in just yet. Wasn't even in good yet. We enjoy sitting at the kitchen table together and eating all together when I came up. Now everyone eats in their rooms or someplace else. No together. That's right. Phones and everything. In the room, doing all this kind of stuff. There's no togetherness no more. Not like that. Yes, best cold water. Yes, it was. Woo. Best cold water. I remember we had those rollers, roller wash machines. Ooh, and my arm got caught up in my sister's arm got caught up in the one we had. Well, she hollered. Y'all, and I know y'all young people don't know nothing about that. Those old roller wash machines. I'm about to pull one up and show people that. Well, your arm got caught up in there. Oh, you gonna holler. I can remember 1,000 of numbers back in the 70s, 80s. Not now. Nope. You can't remember none of them numbers now. Because of these right here. Because of these right here. These right here has took away the remembrance of remembering stuff. All great comments and dialogue. Yeah, I appreciate everybody for commenting. Yeah. Remember as a child, one end of the house warm. If you go to the other end, it was cold and you had to jump back and be, oh, Lord, yes. And when you got in that warm spot, boy, you didn't move. And boy, hey, Rev, I remember if somebody called you, you definitely didn't want to get out that bed to go do it. But you better not backtalk your mom and them back then. Yes, those wash machines would break your arm. Yes, they would. Yes, they would. Well, them things right there, you talking about wringing out some water, those things wrung out the water. But see, those were the days that we learned and we taught someone else, or they taught us. What they were really doing was showing us how to survive without them. So they taught us a lot of stuff. But the thing that's going on now, I hope everyone is paying attention to what's going on out here in this world. I hope they are. No. I hope everyone is really paying attention to what's going on, because we're living in some serious times. These times are serious, and it's taking a lot of lives along with it. Some people are meaning to do it, and some people just get caught in the crossfire. But it's sad. It is sad. Excuse me. It's sad. Sad, boy. What are we gonna do? What are we gonna do? What are we gonna do, y'all? But I'm gonna end it right there. We're gonna get up out of here. Thank y'all for joining us. Happy New Year. It's a new year. And I hope everyone New Year has started off just fine. And I hope everyone tuned back in, because we're coming back on tomorrow on open mic night. Because I got a question. I got a video I want to play. And the question is, where's the lie? That's what the question gonna be. Where's the lie? Out of the video. It's the old video that I had. And when I got a new phone, I couldn't find it. And everything didn't come over my phone. But I found it this time. And this time I saved it. So nothing we can do but pray. This world is in trouble, and the Bible said it's just the beginning. But Jesus said, if my people will call by my name, humble themselves and pray. So all these people got to humble themselves and pray. We got to do that. So everyone have a great evening. Enjoy the rest of your evening. So if you got your family, enjoy them, laugh, joke with them. I was talking to one of my daughters. I said, we got to spend a little bit more time. I got to call my other daughter too. We got to spend a little bit more time together because we all work and we got different things going on. But we got to spend some time together and sit down and joke and laugh and talk. Don't wait on no one to validate you. God already done that. Applaud your own gifts and talents. God gave you. People do more judging than recognizing gifts in others. Yes, they do. They judge like crazy. My brother always said before he passed away, my brother always said to me, no matter what you have done, you can turn around and change your whole life. And when they're lowering you into the ground, they just gonna only remember all the bad things you done. They're gonna talk about you as they are lowering you in the ground. As that lowering device for that casket goes down into that box, they're gonna be talking about you. Don't worry about them people. Don't worry about it. Let them folks talk. That's what I say. Let them folks talk. So I'm gonna get on up out of here, and I'm gonna enjoy the rest of my evening and just sit here. Got a little tickle in my voice, so try to get this thing out. And I know y'all know about that too, and try to get that out of me. But everyone, if it's your first time here, thank you for coming. Hope you come back tomorrow. Hope you come back next Sunday. Nothing happened. My son getting ready to kick his back off. Like I said, he has sickle cell. He been going throughout last year. I think it was from June up until December. And he said he's feeling a little bit better now. And we coming around the mountain, as the old song would say, coming around the mountain these last cold winter months. But he said he's coming back, and we got some great lineups coming up. I would say, but I ain't gonna say right now. But I will say this: a guy we met at the event that Brother for Life put on, he's a single father of 3 girls, and he said he would love to come on. We're gonna talk about this, and we're gonna invite him on, and we're gonna talk about this. So y'all, if y'all not friends with us on social media, check us out. I'm on Facebook. I talk a little junk sometimes, that's just me. But it's not nothing harmful, but it's just to make you think. But check us out. My name is Carl McCoy on Facebook, and I got the sickle cell, and I got his book, My Battle with Sickle Cell. I got that as the cover photo in the background. Then I got a picture of me. I finally put one up of me on social media, and my son is Brandon McCoy. Check us out. And if you're not on that, I'll be putting up this year too a lot of the Instagram stuff and the TikTok stuff and our YouTube channels too, because we are on YouTube too. And right now we are live on YouTube too. So we may not be the best, we may not know it all, we may not have all this and have this biggest crowd, but the crowd that we do have, we love y'all. And we appreciate each and every one of you all. And we thank y'all. We thank y'all. We thank y'all. We thank you, and you, and everybody that came in for the first time. We thank you. We're here. We're just like a family. We are here. We're here. And we just thank you all. And y'all, I'm getting ready to get out of here. I'm getting ready to stay and drink me some tea and relax. I might get a chance to watch a little TV tonight. Something I very seldom do sometimes because I'm always reading something or I'm always listening to something. And if I'm not mistaken, my friend Brother Berin, he's live right now, or Pastor Mike. I'm listening to something. I'm listening to the guy like Jordan was in here a while ago. Jordan be on there too. I'm listening. I'm listening. I'm trying to learn stuff as I go, as I get older too. Everybody have a great Sunday. Happy New Year. Enjoy your family. Enjoy your life because you only get one. There's no reset button and none of that kind of stuff. You only have one. Enjoy it to the fullest that God has given you. Enjoy your talent. Enjoy your gifts. And most of all, chase your destiny and trust in the Lord. And we'll see y'all on the other side